time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, Tuesday, August 19th. S&P down 47, NASDAQ down 360. Russell is down 22, Dow down only 55 points. Dow is the least weak, NASDAQ is by far the weakest. Gold down 0.5%, silver down 2%. Notes and bonds, green, 10-year yield down a little over 0.5%. Oil down 1.26. Natural gas down about 4.5%. All the grains finished red. Euro and the pound are slightly red. Bitcoin down over 3%. Back down under 113,000 in Bitcoin. VIX up 5.5%, currently at 15.80. My VIX, I posted yesterday how I was officially out of drawdown, new equity highs in my BIC account. Well, guess what? Today, back in a drawdown. Down about 3,700. Actually, I made some money on some longs. So it's closer to about 3,400. But red, double stop central. 1, 2, 3 double stops. And the rest one-sided stopped. What else here? Oh yeah, my 1 DTE from yesterday. Well, my 1 DTE from today got stopped. My 1 DTE from yesterday looks like it'll hit max profit if we expire below 64.15. That'll help. I did some AM tranches today, some multi-tranche no stops. I bet you can imagine what those are like. I did 5 of them. So we are down, I'm down about 7K on those. So for a little perspective, I've been kind of testing these, trading these for the last few weeks, and I was up about, I think, between 6,000 and 7,000, and all of that is being wiped clean right now. One thing, real quick, and I can talk more about this, but like, keep in mind, I mean, this is a pretty decent little sell-off, right? I mean, well beyond double the expected move to the downside. But if you look at what your risk is on these things, I mean, this is really nothing compared to what the actual risk is. I mean, the total amount of risk I have on these is almost 23,000. That's the buying power. That's kind of the max risk based on a 50 wide, 5 tranches. So just put that into perspective when you're position sizing and deciding if this is even a strategy for you. We're down big, and I'm down a decent amount, but this is nothing compared to what it could be on a real down day. I mean, the S&P is not even down 1%. NASDAQ's down 1.5%, but S&P is only down 0.75%. So anyway, day trading, I took 2 trades, 1 small winner in PLTR and 1 loser in Home Depot. Oh, speaking of Home Depot, I did take off half of my earnings fly for over 100% profit, and then I'm still holding 2 of the 4. Try to hold that closer to Friday, depending on what price does. So that is my day. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, 1 DTE, both mine. Well, I closed mine early before it got stopped. So probably saved myself a little bit there, but it was a $1,710 loser. And then, yeah, the one that was your back test one, that one got smoked. I had a TLC AM1 that was full stop, and then AM2 booked 20% and then stopped. So both of those were red, but one was a small red because I did hit 20%. And then my lunchtime number one I put on is currently up 80%, and I took half of it off at about 60. So I have been milking it. So I was down, I don't know, 4K or something, 5K in my TLC account, and I'm only down 2K now. Because I've milked that one. And I've been doing 6 contracts, smaller than my normal 10, but I have 3 left. It's currently trading at 90 cents. And then I have my double Woogas. And interestingly enough, I had very similar trades in my other account, and that was down about 3K, and now it's only down $600. So, man, I have made...
You've made what? You cut out Chad. Chad? Can you guys hear me okay? Yep, Chad, we lost you. Okay. All right, we'll wait for Chad to... I don't think he's even in here anymore. I think he he got wiped from the internet. All right. Let's see what... I'm not sure what happened, but... well, yeah, a lot of just looking at individual stocks. I mean, on my watch list.
I've been talking this whole time. When did I get kicked out?
Yeah, you just all of a sudden disappeared for about 30 seconds or so.
Okay, so I was just been talking the whole time. So where did I leave off?
You said something about you made something, and then you got cut off. You made a
Did I
bunch
talk about
back.
the one DTE?
Yeah, we heard that. You were talking about Woogas.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then I had a TLC trade that is currently up 84%. Oh yeah, my Woogas. Okay. So my smaller account, I was down about 3K. Now I'm only down $50. So I have made back quite a bit this afternoon. So 6405 is the pin for my 2 Woogas. We could just stay around there. I might get close to break even in one account and small red in the other. It'd be a miracle considering I was down about 5K in one and 3K in the other when we had the big flush.
Yeah, that's a nice comeback.
Yeah. Oh. Definitely.
Just a handful of green stocks on my board. Palo Alto Networks and Home Depot, which both had earnings. Berkshire is up 1.5. Uber's up. A couple retailers, and then all the rest is red. PLTR is down 9%. PLTR is getting whacked again. Hit an all-time high of 190 a few days ago, all the way down to 158. Hood is down 7%. After almost ticking up to an all-time high today. I just put this on my watch list. This is a new stock that just IPO'd this week, bullish. It's a crypto exchange from Peter Thiel. It's already got pretty good options, actually. No weeklies, but like the 31-day options is already only 20 cents wide. So looks like it's going to be a good trading vehicle. But anyway, yeah, lots of red. Lots of red is the bottom line. Is that going to be the name of your crypto exchange, Watson? Banks, actually, Bank of America just went green. Goldman and JP are down. As far as sectors go, real estate is up, consumer staples is up, utilities up, healthcare up, biotech up, financials slightly up, energy flat. Tech, chips, and cryptos, the biggest red, of course. On the Forex Factory calendar, tomorrow, FOMC minutes are released in the afternoon. Also have Waller speaking at 10 a.m. Central, and it shows medium impact for that one. Due to speak at the Wyoming Blockchain Symposium in Jackson Hole. All right, Christopher Waller is the new voice of crypto, apparently. Meeting minutes in the afternoon. Also, Bostic an hour before the market closes, but that's shown as low impact. Thursday, got some info coming out pre-market, unemployment claims, and then PMI after 15 minutes after the market opens. And then Friday, Jay Powell at 9 a.m., 30 minutes after the bell, talking at the Jackson Hole Symposium. Yeah, today nothing was scheduled. So, in fact, I haven't even looked at Financial Juice. Was there anything that came out?
Yeah, there was something early this morning when it started flushing. I totally missed the press conference.
Let's see.
The copper firms hike prices even after Trump tariff.
Oh, okay.
Darn it, I missed the press conference.
Yeah, there was a presser, I guess, around noon Central. So let's see, my no stop trades are going to need to get to 64.23 would be break even. So I would need another 17 points or so up here for that to have a chance. Get some bouncing coming in. Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla. Small bounce. Oh, yeah, Watson. So nothing, really not anything more than what I said. But basically, the question was, I think Watson, you mentioned one thing that you struggle with or you're trying to get better at is holding like directional trades longer. Is that correct? And
Yeah, I
so
struggle with
the
that
way,
too.
what's that?
I struggle with that too.
Yeah, I mean, what I do is, and not that it's right or wrong, just this is what I do is, I take at least 50% off at my first profit target, and that's going to be, somewhere at a level on a chart or somewhere around between 10 and 20%, usually a lot of times closer to 20%. I'm trying to get better about actually giving a little bit more room on the first profit target. But so I'll take off over half on my first profit target, somewhere between 50 and 75% of the trade. Then I'll take another, call it 10, 15, 20% off on my second profit target, which again is just looking at the chart, some level. And so I'm very mechanical about those. I just kind of set those and let those hit. And then once I hit my first two profit targets, I'm usually, I might be down to 10, 15% of the position. And I'm just completely discretionary on that. And I've just kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to second guess myself on that runner. Like I had mentioned to Watson earlier today, I'm not going to judge myself. If it keeps running, awesome. If it reverses and I give some back, okay, that's going to happen too. But I really just try to be super mechanical with those first two profit targets, get rid of it, 80, 85, 90% of the position, and then just give myself room to do whatever I want with that last piece. And so I don't really have a problem holding that very long. I mean, I don't have a problem, cutting that short or not holding that, because it's essentially a free roll at that point. So I'm more inclined to let it run. Elliot, yeah, those were just, I guess umbrellas, kind of that same concept. I did kind of the 4 a.m. tranches, and then I added one pretty close to the bottom on that, around noon Central Time. So I did 5 today. That one that I added at the bottom was up 50% in about I don't know, like 20 minutes. Obviously, had that vol spike, and then as soon as it bottomed and kind of chopped around a little bit, that thing just, so here is the first 4. So the first 3 are obviously getting smoked. One's down 200%, one's down 600, one's down 300. This one's up 58, this one's up 92. This little bounce is helping. I looked at adding PM, but it wasn't going to help. Like it would have reduced my loss if price stayed right here, but it also would have given no profit if we do bounce. So I don't know. I've been modeling them all afternoon and trying to decide if I wanted to add to them, and I just didn't think the risk was worth it. I was doing fixed premium, the $3, $2 fixed premium. And, I was testing this morning, and, obviously Tuesdays theoretically test very well. So, and the VIX was barely down this morning, so I went ahead and let them go. Yeah, this is all still testing. I'm just doing one lots here. But like I said, since I've been testing these, I'm up about, I think I was looking earlier, I think it's somewhere between like 6,000 and 7,000. And, today I'm down. Well, now with this bounce, I'm down about 4,500. So if we ended here, I'd still be green over the last couple weeks, but definitely something I'm going to keep as a very tiny percentage of my overall allocation.
price hasn't wanted to bounce all day, so let's just keep it that way. I know you bounce, but my woogas need it to stay down a little bit.
Yeah, I was looking at adding some PM iron condors, very similar to the ones that I put on earlier. I looked at adding some butterflies, and I don't know. I didn't see anything that I really liked. I looked at rolling the calls down, closing out those calls and collecting more credit and rolling the calls closer to the money. I didn't really find anything that I felt was attractive. That was probably the most attractive because it didn't add any more risk. But yeah, the idea of adding more PM iron condor tranches didn't really widen my tent. It just kind of locked in a loss, basically. But yeah, so I just figured, if we bounce, I'd still have a chance. It could easily bounce another. We could bounce 15 points and end up green, or bounce and reduce the loss. So I just felt like that was kind of the best option. Yeah, I looked at vertical spreads too. I didn't really like what that did to the overall picture of it. So I looked at a bunch of different variations. Bitcoin finally bouncing. With TradingView, I'm not sure specifically about VIX, but you can choose in the bottom. I have my TradingView open on my Mac, so I can't show you, but in the bottom right hand corner, if it says ETH, it's set to electronic trading hours. If you click on that, it'll pop up and say regular trading hours, so you just switch it over to that if you don't want to show the overnight. Does that make sense, Joaquin? Is that what you're looking for? If you're looking for something over that specific to VIX, I'm not sure. I don't really look at VIX on TradingView to get if you're trying to, I always I have the toss indicator where I can see what the overnight gap is like this. I don't have anything like that for TradingView. Oh, with VIX you don't have that? Yeah, that's true. I'm looking at it now. You don't, do you? Huh. Yeah, that may be something. Their support is actually really good. If you click on their little support and just shoot them a note about that, I've had good success using their support, but I don't know the answer, or if somebody else in here knows the answer and can help. Yeah, VIX is an index, right? So it won't have overnight hours, kind of like SPX doesn't. Well, I guess SPX technically does trade. The options trade anyway. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that though, as far as how to get that data you're looking for. Sorry, I missed a couple trades here, or a couple questions here. Joaquin, you also asked, for day trading, do I set fixed PT at my broker? Once I get in the trade, I'll enter my first profit target as a limit order. And that's, yeah, held at the broker. But it's I don't know what you mean by fixed. I set it where I, based on the price action where I want it, where I want my first profit target. Got about 19 minutes. Might be able to do a Mahomes today.
No Mahomes for me.
You bench him?
Yep. One too many pins.
Yeah, you have gotten pinned an extraordinary amount of times.
Yeah. I think I was 2 and 6 my last 8 and 6 pins.
That's crazy. I like the movement we've had today. Maybe we can get a little shakedown into the close.
They got one Wooga up 42%, other up 24%.
Yeah, shake up, preferably. The
Really?
6410's already trading for $1.50. Oh, thank you, Joey. Joey Bag of Donuts coming in with some Pine Script. Joey, how's fatherhood treating you? Getting any sleep yet? Woo! I bet you feel well rested compared to what you did. Nice. I just remember when my kids were young, it was like every time I was like at my breaking point where I thought I was going to have a mental meltdown, they graduated to the next thing. Then I'd be ready to melt down. And then all of a sudden they'd graduate to the next thing. It's like they know they push you to your breaking point, and then they get it. My kids went to their first day of school today. Stone already start school, Chad?
Yeah, he started yesterday, and
Okay.
Slayton starts tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Slayton will be driving to school, so that'll be nice. Want to take him?
Oh, yeah, that is nice. My 13-year-old's been wanting an e-bike. You still have your e-bike?
I got 3 of them.
You got 3 of them. So he's been really wanting one because he's got this like one wheel thing that he rides around with his buddies, and then a couple of his buddies got e-bikes, and so they can go like 30 miles an hour, and he's like trailing behind at like 15. So he's been wanting an e-bike, and so we just ordered him one, and so now he's asking me if he can drive it to school.
What kind you get?
Stuff. I don't remember what the brand was. I would have to look. I don't remember.
Yeah, the best invention ever.
Four minutes
every time
till MOC.
Every time Stone's has a buddy on his football team over to spend the night or something, they always want to take the e-bikes for a ride.
Yep, he has to wear a helmet, Moel, for sure. I mean, it's basically a motorcycle.
Got to wear a helmet with those. Got to wear a helmet with those.
Bank of America is trying to make a push towards yesterday's high. $64.10 fly. Yes, I'll trade around $1.50. Turn on my audio for the MOC.
Yep. There's one profit target, Woogas. The other one's up 30%.
Do have Target earnings before the bell tomorrow, and Baidu. I'm not going to trade either of them. Walmart is this week as well. It's Thursday before the bell, so that would be traded tomorrow. And then Zoom Thursday after the close would be the only other tradable one. Little dip in SPX.
1 minute now until we get the market on close imbalance.
The 05 butterfly is trading for $1.70. I'm going to go ahead and work an 05 before MOC here.
Ten seconds. Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 855 million. Nasdaq 100 buy side 184 million. Dow 30 buy side 297 million. Mag 7 buy side 208 million.
Small buy side.
There's profit target on the second one. Wow.
Initial move is a dip.
Wow. I ended the day in one account down $189 when it was down 3K. The other
Nice.
one's $750 when it was down 5K.
Nice.
Tried to stick to the plan. Ignore the P&L.
That's huge. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not trading
I've
your
been doing that
P&L
too much.
for me is just a huge,
Yep.
huge deal.
Yep.
05 flies trading for about $1.90. Let's go. Fill it and rip. Fill and rip, baby. Fill the 05s and let's go. I take him to the bell. Should be filling the 05s. It's all over it. I mean, don't you need a little more excitement in your life, Discount? Get the blood pumping a little bit into the bell. There we go. Filled at $2 on my Mahomes fly. Let's go to 25 now. Quick 20-point move up would be appreciated. There is my Mahomes fly. There is SPX. Nice, Dave S. 35 quads and some iron flies and a JSP. Well, that little dip is getting dippy again. I guess your 35 quads would only be in the, and your flies would be later in the day, right? PM, more couple hours before the bell. Okay. SPX down to 03, 02. Low of day was right at 6,400. 5 minutes to go. Back to 05. Here's where we need Trump to come out with the China deal right now, right before the bell. Give this thing a quick 20-point pop. Up to 07. $64.10 would be max profit. Anything above 08 would be break even or profitable. Three minutes till the bell. Pushing above 08. Trying to get out of that valley, 09. Come on, keep on ripping, baby. Give it a little something, something into the bell. Bank of America, new highs. Mag 7 stocks are bouncing a tiny bit. Sitting at 08 with 2 minutes to go. I'm meeting with my investment club tonight. If anybody has any stock ideas, like long-term hold stock ideas for me, I need to bring an idea to the meeting. Still sitting at 08 with 1 minute to go. Come on, baby. Pushing to 10. Above 10.
Locked.
Keep pushing. Chad, you did
Winner,
it.
winner.
You couldn't resist.
Yeah, I could resist. Only 2 contracts.
Still 30 seconds. Dipping back down. Back to 11. There we go. Put a little icing on the cake. There you go. There you go. That's going to help. That's going to help ease the no stop pain.
Order cancelled.
There she goes.
Order cancelled.
Looks like it's going to end at 64.11.49. So max winner on my home. So that's good for 2,000. Let's see what my final damage was on my... And then my 1 DTE from yesterday will hit max of 1965. So another 2,000. And then my no stop losers are going to be about minus 3,500.
Yeah.
So green
Down
on the
400.
day, even with those.
Yeah, I've never been so
bastards.
happy to
Actually,
be down.
now my 1 DTE from today got hit for a couple thousand, so I'll be a little bit red. And my BIX we're red. So overall red, but not too shabby, manageable for sure, especially with the run I've been on. All right, all. Chad, anything else before we say goodbye?
That's just, I've never been so happy to be down, that Mahomes put me down $435 in one and down 147 in another. I'm never been so happy to have those losses.
All right, all. That's a wrap. As far as live streams for tomorrow is the 20th. So it'll be me at the market open for day trading, and we'll be back for Power Hour tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Talk to you soon.